Hello, kittens. Silver here with my fawn response bunny, and whenever you see fawn, it's a pretty safe assumption that it's going to be a Plushie Dreadful unboxing day. And as you can clearly see by the mailer that arrived today, that's exactly what's happening. And this came on a Sunday morning of all times, but I am not complaining. Kudos to the delivery driver for having to drive on a Sunday and in this awful weather we've been having. I swear it's like we're on the brink of an apocalypse right now with this weather. I really thought that there was going to be some kind of hurricane or severe weather event, but we're okay. Things have kind of leveled out. But anyway, I am super excited to open this package up. So let's stop rambling and get right to that. Okay, here we go. So we had a little bit of a situation. So the bunnies come in these little Ziploc bags, but I think the Ziploc bag got kind of glued or taped to the inside of the bubble mailer. So I had to take a little bit of brute force in order to pry it off, but we're okay now. I think there's just a little bit of maybe residual glue on the bag, but that's completely okay. But first off, there's always a free pen. That is just par for the course when it comes to Plushie Dreadfuls unboxings, when you get directly from the company, of course. So let's take a look and see which bunny we got today. I'm just gonna have to open up this little plastic wrap, so just 1 second. So we got the ADHD rabbit, which actually coordinates perfectly with the colors in this bunny. So I think I actually do have this pen. I'm kind of losing track now because I have collected quite a few at this point, but this is a really, really nice pen. And I know I always say this, but these bunnies are also real plushies as well. So if anybody is sort of attracted to these designs, then you can check them out on the website. So that is the pen. So let's take the bun out now. I was really drawn to this design initially, but I was even more drawn to her after I learned about the condition because it actually is very similar to something that I experience. It's going to be the psoriasis bunny. I don't have psoriasis to my knowledge, but I have been to a dermatologist to treat a condition that's very similar, just reading up on it. So I'll get into that a little bit more, but first let me just get this bag out of the mailer. So hold on 1 sec. Okay, here we go. So here is the little sticker of my bunny. Ooh, what a cute design too. Wait till you see this one. This one is so much different from any of the other bunnies in my opinion. It's got kind of more of an old-fashioned feel, which you'll kind of get a better understanding of what I mean in just a second. So here comes the mandatory tote bag, of course. I see a little ear sticking out already. Oh my gosh, we're getting a little bit of a spoiler here. But here is the artwork of the bunny. Oh, and see, she's itching. Psoriasis is something that affects the skin, and it usually causes red, itchy, and sometimes uncomfortable rashes. So that's why you have all this red spotting here. And let's see on the back of the bag, and that is a sun logo from what it looks like. So let's take a look, and we'll see if she has any information on her tag, but if not, I will pull it up online just so we know exactly what we're talking about. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this bunny. You have no idea. This bunny actually features lace trim around her face, which we will see momentarily. She's even got a little red tail. Okay, so let's take a look at our new friend. Little polka dotted ears. Oh my goodness, let's see. Oh my gosh, look at this baby. Oh, she is such a little doll, isn't she? Oh, she's so darling. I am absolutely obsessed. Oh my gosh. So I don't think this one comes with an info card, but that's okay. Something about the black and white with the bright pop of red, just, I don't know, it's really arresting. She's even got those two little red rosy cheeks, although in this case that might be kind of signifiers of the plaque that she's dealing with. Not to be confused with the plaque that forms on your teeth. That's something completely different. But oh my goodness, look at this girl. She is such a beautiful design. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is about her that just drew me in so strongly. Again, like I know I've said it before, but I really love high contrast colors, and you get exactly that with the red against, you know, the more muted colors or fabrics that she features. And it looks like she's got like the ends of a little bow tie here, which is such a nice way to kind of complete that lace that frames her face. Oh my goodness. She's got like a pure white face and a sort of like a velvety type material. It's very smooth. She's got black eyes, cute little nose and mouth detailing, really soft fur. It's not a true black, it looks like a very dark gray, and there's that red sun logo. And even the bands around her arms and legs actually feature lace, which I did not even realize. I thought it was just a white fabric, but there is lace in there as well. And there's her little feet and hands. And let's take a look at her ears. So you can see the back of her ears is a different design. It's got the dark gray here, and then the white that kind of forms like a V shape right at the top here with a few of these little red dots, which again kind of signify psoriasis. Same thing on the other side. And then her inner ears are all polka dotted with red, and I think it's like a rose red or a magenta polka dot. It's actually kind of two different colors. Might be a little bit hard to see on the camera, but I can kind of pick it up. It's a very subtle difference between the two, but it is there. And this is the Plushie Dreadful hang tag and the seam tag as well. She's just so beautiful. So let me just read up a little bit on psoriasis for you. So hold on one second. I'm just going to pull up the information. We'll just move the phone aside for a second. Let me just take a look at that. Okay, so some of the symbolism here. So we saw the sun symbol, which represents phototherapy, which is a common treatment for psoriasis. And the sun can also be a trigger as well, which it says highlights the paradox of something that can both heal and harm. It's funny too, because my condition is affected on my back primarily. So in the summertime, it's something that I can be very self-conscious about. But the sun, being out in the sun, particularly when I'm swimming during the pool season, it does actually alleviate the appearance of what I have. It's been so long since I actually was diagnosed. I know it's some kind of erythema, but I haven't gone to the dermatologist in I don't know how many years. It's kind of, an embarrassing thing to have to go in for. But I can definitely relate to, sun being therapeutic. And then we have red splotches on the ears and limbs, which we saw those already. And it says, yep, directly evokes the plaques and flare-ups of psoriasis. And then the lace trim actually symbolizes irritation, since lace can be itchy, and the act of concealment as well, which it says a nod to the emotional labor of hiding affected skin. And I definitely understand that. Like mine, like I said, it's on my back and on my sides is where I tend to get mine, so it's easy to cover, but I definitely understand that feeling of self-consciousness. And let's see, it says white bands on wrists and ankles represent areas where flare-ups commonly occur. So that's not something that I experience, but for people who do have psoriasis, I guess those are common points where it does show up. And it says two-tone color palette, charcoal and white, symbolizes the duality of living with a visible condition, public versus private experience, external perception versus internal pain. So yeah, that's really why I think I felt even more connected to this plush outside of just really loving the design, is because I can absolutely identify with what she would experience as a sufferer of psoriasis. I know she's a stuffed animal, so she's not really afflicted with an autoimmune disease, but what she represents is something that I think is very relatable, at least to me personally. There's a whole medley of skin conditions out there which can cause people to be self-conscious or may cause itchiness, whether it's psoriasis, eczema, you name it. So I think that this plush is applicable to a lot of people. And even if you don't have psoriasis or anything similar to it, this is just a beautiful bunny to add to your collection. And I'm so, so happy that she's here. Look at those little floppy legs as well. I think she's perfectly stuffed. I love the fact that the limbs are nice and dangly that way. And she's definitely not overstuffed by any stretch of the imagination. Nice and squishy. Love the little red tail. I'm thinking of either calling this one maybe Dorothy. She even has kind of like the red slippers. And extra bonus, you could call her Dottie as an abbreviation for Dorothy, which obviously fits very well. I also thought of maybe Poppy, since it's kind of got that poppy seed look with the inner ears. So maybe one of the two. I'll think it over for a little bit. But either way, so, so happy she's here. She is definitely going to be a very cherished member of my Plushie Dreadful collection. So I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing her. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again soon with some more plush goodness for you. Bye, everybody.